Now a News Channel 5 special report, Fight for the Ocoee.
For the last 5 years, rafting companies in the state have been battling it out with the TVA. In the balance hangs the fate of the Ocoee River, hundreds of jobs and millions of dollars. Some state officials call it a shakedown. Here's News Channel 5's Chris Conti and photojournalist Bud Nelson.
This is it. This is the main industry in this county. Did you want to receive?
We do our best to stay above water.
He's a fantastic guide. All right, you guys have a great trip today.
When rivers of uncertainty are swirling around us.
It's the government against, 24 small companies.
That is what's kept Monica Jenkins going as she's navigated rough currents for the last 5 years.
All right, guys, how's everyone doing today?
I mean, up until,
you guys excited?
A couple of months ago, we didn't know if we were going to be able to continue.
Monica and her husband Keith are in their 34th season on the Ocoee River.
So if you go in today, feet up.
It has not been the easiest road.
Got it!
The rafting company, Quest Expeditions, is part of the reason the river brings in $43 million a year to southeast Tennessee. The pulse of the economy here is the steady heartbeat of the nation's most visited river.
It brings in all the tourism. A lot of the economic factors are driven from whitewater rafting.
It all started by accident. In 1910, 3 dams were constructed on the Ocoee. Dam number 2 generates power by diverting water into a flume and sending it downstream. That flume broke in the 1970s, forcing the Tennessee Valley Authority, or TVA, to allow water to flow freely on the river for the first time in decades.
We have a unique situation here because when they generate power, the water is taken out of the riverbed.
Eventually, a contract was negotiated mandating the TVA release water for recreational use.
TVA has to be reimbursed for power loss.
The contract expires in 2019. Anyone who rafts here pays a fee that reimburses the TVA for money they lose by not generating power. But the TVA has suggested raising the user fee by as much as 800%.
A huge increase like that would have been detrimental to this business.
What most people don't realize, though, is that water is only flowing on the Ocoee 116 days out of the year. During the other 249 days, the river is bone dry as water is diverted into a flume to generate power. This is how the river will look if no contract is reached.
The river would go away. It would just drop and go away.
So hold on, all right?
Those who stand to lose the most
Big splash.
are the ones who make the least.
We have no control over what happens here sometimes. It's hard for us to get our voice heard.
As a 7th grade math teacher, Dave Jackson depends on this job to keep his family's finances afloat.
I know of people who had to go out and find other jobs. They got out of rafting because they were worried about the uncertainty.
He loves this place.
It's my home.
To see it dry up would break his heart.
It provides me my livelihood.
In Polk County, the average family makes just $38,000 a year.
It's all Southeast Tennessee that benefits from the activity that goes on in this river.
State Senator Mike Bell has spent years trying to renegotiate a deal that keeps rafting companies from being left high and dry.
Do you think it was fair for the TVA to try to get that much money out of these outfitters?
Well, fair or not, it's federal law.
The TVA loses about $1 million a year here. 5,388 gallons per second flows through Dam 2. The unrelenting force of the Ocoee creates enough electricity to power 44,000 homes.
Worried, concerned, yeah, because we've seen these talks with TVA in the state just drag on and on for years.
Come on out, guys.
Everyone involved here knows how vital this natural resource is.
Thank you so much. Absolutely.
Which is why they're fighting so hard to keep it.
All right, 1, 2, 3. The uncertainty, fear of the unknown.
These days, on the Ocoee River, the only thing moving faster than the current is the constant stream of uncertainty.
It's a resource that belongs to Tennessee, and to see that river go away would be sad.
Just last week, Governor Haslam signed a bill into law which sends $11 million a year to the TVA. It will help offset money lost for power generation. And there's more good news. While a contract hasn't been finalized, all parties involved have signed letters of intent which means that $11 million will likely keep the river flowing for the next 15 years.
Chris, thank you. Our special report, Fight for the Ocoee, is far from over. It continues right now on newschannel5.com. There you can take a 360-degree tour of a rafting trip down the river. You can watch all of our breathtaking Sky 5 video, and we have full statements from the TVA.